we'll jump right into it and get started. First thing on the agenda today, discuss and motion and approve as needed concerning the Hoskins Cemetery. Mr. White, I'm gonna turn that over to you, let you read what you've got wrote there.
Do you want the proposed resolution read, Judge? The resolution proposed is as follows. Resolution of the Clay County Fiscal Court authorizing the removal and relocation of all graves in Hoskins Cemetery, which is located on real property on the east side of US Highway 421 next to Manchester Elementary School. Is owned by the Clay County Board of Education, also known as Board of Education of Clay County, Kentucky, and is part of that same real property described in Deed Book 290 at page 162, records of the Clay County Clerk, Clay County, Kentucky. A resolution of the Clay County Fiscal Court, also known as the county, authorizing the removal and relocation of all graves in Hoskins Cemetery. Whereas the county is a duly created, organized, and existing political subdivision of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, existing as such by virtue of the Constitution, statutes, and laws of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And whereas an application has been made by the Clay County Board of Education pursuant to KRS 381-755, requesting authorization to relocate all graves in Hoskins Cemetery. And whereas Hoskins Cemetery is located on real property on the east side of US Highway 421 next to Manchester Elementary School, is owned by the Clay County Board of Education, also known as Board of Education of Clay County, Kentucky, and is part of that same real property described in Deed Book 290 at page 162, records of the Clay County Clerk, Clay County, Kentucky. And whereas the Clay County Board of Education will be responsible for all costs associated with removing and relocating all graves in Hoskins Cemetery, which shall be performed by a licensed funeral director. And whereas the Clay County Fiscal Court deems it to be in the best interest of Clay County, Kentucky to remove and relocate all graves in Hoskins Cemetery. Now therefore be it resolved that the Clay County Fiscal Court hereby authorizes the removal and relocation of all graves in Hoskins Cemetery, which is located in Clay County, as more particularly described herein above, by the Clay County Board of Education anytime after the expiration of 60 days after the first publication of the notice of such intended action pursuant to KRS Chapter 424. Signed by the Clay County Judge Executive as evidence of the county's approval, attested under seal by the clerk of the Clay County Fiscal Court, ordered to be recorded and filed as required by law, and declared to be in full force and effect according to law. Passed and adopted this day being the 14th day of July 2021, has a signature blank from the judge, and has an attesting of signature by the Clay County Fiscal Court clerk. That is the resolution that's being proposed today. This has been triggered under, as the resolution said, KRS 381-755. There's been an application to the court asking the court to take the issue up. The court will determine whether it believes it's in the best interest of Clay County to allow or authorize the removal or relocation, and if it's so fine, then that resolution will be signed by you and entered by the clerk.
Does that move on up, Joe? When we get done with it, higher court or whatever this is, when we get done making this decision, like the board has to petition the state to have the grave removed.
My understanding is that once this procedure is taken care of, if the court passes this resolution, that they would take this resolution and attach it to an application to the cabinet, who would then issue permits, is what my understanding is. Of course, there was an appeal or something, or some type of action in the circuit court, that would be a different avenue.
So what you're saying, if we vote to move it on up, they have to permission from the state.
They would take this resolution as a prerequisite in order for the permits to be issued. So, if this resolution is passed, then this resolution will be attached to the application for the permit.
take it to vote, guys. Anybody got any questions? I'll call it to vote. I have to have a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion.
To what? Motion to approve the resolution? Bill Warren.
Yes.
Russell Smith.
Yes.
Bryce Hoskins. Bill Lunsford.
Yes.
Chris Smith.
Yes.
Ray Brown.
Yes.
Johnny Johnson.
Motion passes and carries.
Make a motion, we adjourn. Second.
Bill Warren.
Yes.
Russell Smith. Bryce Hoskins. Bill Lunsford.
Yes.
Chris Smith.
Yes.
Ray Brown.
Yes.
Johnny